G'day, I'm Stephen Page from Page Probe Family and Fertility Lawyers, and this is the Australian Family and Fertility Law Podcast. I'm talking today about criminalising overseas surrogacy. Hello, Ireland and Italy, I'm talking about you. I live in Queensland. Queensland is the originator of what I call the Queensland disease and what New Zealand academics witheringly call a failed experiment. And that is, we think it's a great idea to criminalise our residents in going overseas for surrogacy. And we started that in 1988 for all types of surrogacy. We modified it in Queensland in 2010 to commercial surrogacy. That idea was copied in the ACT in 2004, in Hong Kong in 2007, New South Wales in 2011. For a few years ago, Turkey decided to criminalise its doctors for doing the same, for sending patients overseas for third-party reproduction, namely surrogacy, and then realised it didn't work, so they wound it back for 4 years later. But after New South Wales did it in 2011, in 2024, we've had two more countries do it, Ireland and Italy. What does the data tell us? This doesn't work. Not one person has ever been prosecuted for this offence, anywhere. Not in Queensland, not in the ACT, not in New South Wales, not in Hong Kong, and not in, obviously, the two recent countries, Ireland and Italy. But do we know that there's been any surrogacy by those, for example, from Queensland, the ACT and New South Wales overseas? Yes. We know that over 3,000 children have been born since about 2008 to residents of Australia, and these children are applying for Australian citizenship by descent where they were born overseas through surrogacy. And 51% of the Australian population live in Queensland, New South Wales and the ACT, so just over half of those were from Queensland, New South Wales and ACT residents on a per capita basis. So say 1,500 children. You'd have to say that a fair whack of those are born through commercial surrogacy overseas, and how many of those parents have been prosecuted? Zero. Back in 2014, the then heads of family law in Australia, Chief Justice Diana Bryant from the Family Court of Australia and Chief Judge John Pascoe from the Federal Circuit Court of Australia, said that these laws had to go. They said they didn't work, that they couldn't be enforced, and their existence made a mockery of the law, so they should be repealed. Sadly, none of our politicians listened to them, and these laws are still there like a shag on the rock. All lonely, but sitting there, frightening those around them, but not actually doing anything. So Ireland and Italy, having copied these, I can guarantee what's going to happen there. No one is going to get prosecuted because you can't compel someone from overseas who is a surrogate or a surrogacy agency where surrogacy is lawful to give evidence in your prosecution in your home jurisdiction, and nor can you get cooperation from the police in the other place where, of course, surrogacy is lawful. So these laws are doomed. I hope they go. They really are an abomination, and they equate surrogacy with such things as child porn, child exploitation, terrorism and piracy. And clearly commercial surrogacy is none of those. So I'm sorry to be a bit heavy today, but I think it's essential that we call this out. Thank you for watching and listening to the Australian Family and Fertility Law Podcast. I'm Stephen Page from Page Probe Family and Fertility Lawyers.